I'll be not taking much of your time because it is too late for other programs. Honorable guest of this Poetry Festival, honorable special guest and other guests present on the dais. I became a part of this festival. Of course, Prof sir and Gurudata Shah, they are the prime organizers of this poetry festival. But one day, Prof sir reached to my home and told me that we are going to have a poetry festival at Puri, and we are going to bring out two anthologies. Since that day, since last 15 days, we have been moving together. I visited, I am not going to speak much on poetry, because you all know what is poetry and all those things. So I reached to the house of Prof sir, had a very nice lunch. His wife is a very generous woman and very sisterly. Also his daughter-in-law, all the family members. Prof sir is a man. Rarely I have seen in my life such a good human being, who is busy in spite of his little bit illness, and is a retired man, but in spite of that he has been moving day and night. He reaches to Bhubaneswar, telephones me. I said, I have reached to Bhubaneswar. We both will move from this place to that place, inviting guests. And also I was scolded by my wife that you choose one path, choose poetry or chemistry. Because we have been attending several poetry festivals throughout the country. And that is why, yes, Vibhudatta also had been to our house. He is my younger brother. He has an equal contribution for this, making this poetry festival a grand success. And it is because of his close association and his poetry group, Eternal Flame. Many poets from the country have arrived here. So, this poetry festival has been materialized with the prime effort of Prof sir, and he is the man. We came to Puri, we arranged this accommodation and everything. So I am not actually chief speaker here. I am actually part of the family of this festival. So dear friends, I take some little time, because this is not a seminar or a conference where we teachers, we discuss. Very recently I had been to Calcutta and participated in a seminar. Some of my friends were also there. There I was also the speaker there at Calcutta. So we all write poetry. Theodore, possibly one of the critics of our present time of America, told that poetry makes nothing happen. This is a very surprising remark, because today in the global literature, poetry has found divergent paths, millions of forms. Poetry has been first there was sonnet, now there are several sonnets. Somebody started Rosier sonnet. Somebody started land poetry. Somebody started some kind of poetry in the world, and by which the prime objective of poetry is lost. And that is why now we find poetry is getting unmusical. Poetry is filled with the dumb images. Poetry is filled with such difficult words. You have to open the dictionary in order to understand a poem. Poetry has not become a matter of feelings, and a poem without feelings is dead. Because when you read a poem, feelings, that is very important, and if the poem fails to give a message to your heart, then that loses to be a poem. Only words remain, like the body remains without a soul. That is why poetry writing is an art. Today it has become an art because the meaning of poema in Greece is making a poem. Now it is crafting a poem. There is a silver line difference between poetry and painting. Painting is where you work with your colors, with your imagination. Painting is primarily concerned with giving a symbolic effect to the viewers or the lovers of painting. But the prime objective of poetry is Sa Hridaya Hridaya Sambhar. It is the transfer of emotion of one heart to the several or millions of hearts of the people. There is a heart is very important in poetry. And in Sanskrit also we find Sa Hridaya Hridaya Sambhar. When the heart is lost in a poem, then we feel like the poem is a product of the mind. Mind is some sort of computer which you can use like marketing, which you can use like managing the outdoor activities of life. But when we come to the creativity or writing a poem, we are primarily concerned with our heart. That is why most of the poets of the world, they are visionary. Most of the poets of the world, or those greatest poets of the world, they lived a life in solitude. We have been to Durga's house. He has written so many books, but he has not gone to any media. He does not attend any literary festival, but he happens to be a friend of Prof. Sir. We requested him several times. Prof. Sir went to his house several times, then he came. But when you visit his house, you find lot of his creations. That is why poets are saints or seers. If there is no unity between the heart, mind and soul of a poet, then the poem is lost. And that is why in social media, we remain in a virtual world. Sometimes it becomes very ridiculous when somebody writes, "You are a great poet," in the Facebook. But as a teacher in the classroom, when we teach a poem, we learn that we are nothing before Shakespeare, Khalil Gibran, T.S. Eliot, Vyasadeva, Valmiki. So we learn who are the great poets. We learn our positions. That some people, they wrote only 4 books. They remain very popular in the world. And they got also Nobel Prize. When you read a book that has received the Pulitzer Award of Nobel Prize, you find the language is very simple. Even a child reading in 5th class can understand the language used by Ernest Hemingway and the Old Man and the Sea. And when I gave for the outsider an étranger in French by Albert Camus, my daughter read the book within 2 hours because the language is so simple. When the poetry or great literature, it becomes very difficult to be understood by the readers. It loses to be universal. It loses to create a global impact in the minds of the readers. That is why it is very difficult to be simple in your expression. And you know that Indian poetry has been suffering a lot because of the European influences, that we are going away from our own literary tradition of aestheticism. That our poetry, Indian poetry, is basically popular in the whole world for ornamentation of poetry. Because the Indian poets, they knew that poetry is not the language of the common man. The language of a poet is not like the language of a common man. That is why a poem happens a lot. For example, I was repeating the same thing in the last poetry festival at Bhubaneswar. I told the same thing. But I must tell you that Ian Groves, one of the greatest critics of 20th century, he pointed out that the language of poetry is not the language of the common man. Because in 19th century, while writing the preface of the lyrical ballads, William Wordsworth had told that a poet is a man speaking to man. He told the language of the poetry is the language of the common man, as he propounded in his predicament on poetry and the preface to the lyrical ballads. But Ian Groves, he pointed out that the language of poetry is altogether different from the language of common man. In this context, I must again cite this beautiful poem. Oh, my love is like a red, red rose. Oh, my love is like a red, red rose that is newly born in June. Oh, my love is like a melody that is played finely in tune. When a common man, he expresses his love for his beloved, he doesn't say you are a red, red rose. You must have those who have loved in their life. They must not have directly gone to the beloved and told that you are a red rose. But when a poet speaks a language, he speaks the language in a different manner. In this context, I want to speak another thing, that even if when you are using imagery in a poem or images in a poem, you must not miss the musicality in the poem. So yesterday there was a discussion between one of my poet friends here at the evening after the Mishar. I was telling you that the poets, those who became very famous, even using imagery in their poetry, they never forgot the musicality. In this context, I remember a few lines of Dylan Thomas, where he writes, the boars that through the green fields drive the flower, the boars that through the green fields drive the flower, drives my green age, that blasts the roots of the trees is my destroyer, and I am come to tell that my youth is bent with the same winter fever. In this stanza of this poem of Dylan Thomas, you find the best use of imagery in the world. And whenever in European countries you find a speaker talking on poetry, he never forgets Dylan Thomas, because Dylan Thomas was a poet who never blindly followed the imagism or the uses of images in poetry. Rather, Dylan Thomas was a poet who wanted to make his poem music, who wanted to make his poem sunlight. He wanted to make a greatest impact on his poetry in the minds of the people. In this context, I want to tell you one thing, that the Nobel Prize for Literature was given to Bob Dylan, and he did not go to receive the Nobel Prize, but he delivered a speech in United States of America where he told that I have been given Nobel Prize for Literature, but I have not written literature. So I have heard his speech in YouTube. You may also hear it because so many speeches are available in YouTube. So Bob Dylan told that I have not written these poems from my own mind. I have written these poems, reading literature day and night for years together. When I felt perfected that the influence of the tradition of poetry has been matured and perfected in me, I wrote down my poems, and I never forgot. Whenever I wrote a poem, I never forgot to make it a song. That is why a poem is a song. And when a poem ceases to be a song, because you know that when the morning begins, when the children they go to the classroom, they start with either with a prayer, which is a song, or with a nursery rhyme. That is also that makes them dance. Poetry makes us dance. Poetry makes us to be lost in the words used there. And you know that we are associated with poetry since our childhood days. We have been listening to the lullabies from our grandmother. Closing it. Poetry, we have been, so these lullabies that we heard it from our grandmother, it created us in an emotional bonding. So when we come to poetry, when we come to the poetry festival, the Poetry Poet Festival not only becomes a place where poets meet and share their poems, it should be a class. Why it should be a classroom? When something does not teach you, because you know that those poets, those who have run after name and fame, have lost the paths of immortality. जिन कवियों ने जस सम्मान के लिए पुस्तक लिखा, कविता लिखा, उनको कभी बड़ा नहीं होने दिया भगवान. So those who write poetry, sacrificing their life in this contest, I want to tell about one thing and conclude my speech. That you know that Jean-Paul Sartre, who was the propounder of existentialism and is the greatest writer of this last 2 millennium, you know that in his where he was staying in his residence, where actually the French government had given a notice board, don't blow horn here, don't blow horn here, Jean-Paul Sartre lives. Remember the people of France, the man who denied to receive Nobel Prize, the man who denied to receive any official award from this world, and who dedicated his life for writing literature. That man is sitting there, so you cannot blow her. If you will blow her, you will be put to jail. That is the respect of a writer. And in this context, I would like to say that Rainer Maria Rilke, who was married and his wife was serving under Sigmund Freud, the greatest psychologist of Germany and the world, and he went and told his wife, I am not going to stay with you anymore. Why? Because now I am going to be wedded. I am going to marry literature. And he went and stayed in the Brno Castle in Germany for 10 years, like a saint, and composed so many poems in Germanic language, 400 poems in French, and so many poems in Swiss language. And he translated all the great classics of the world into Germanic language. Food was given to him by the government of Germany. And you know that he was the national poet of Germany. He was the national poet of France, though he was not a Frenchman, never stayed in France. He was a national poet of the Switzerland, and he died in Switzerland. He was born in Germany. And you know that there is a beautiful flower in the churchyard of the European countries, and the name of the rose flower is Rainer. That is literature. That is the contribution. That is the sacrifice of a true poet. So when we write poetry, we must not forget that. In this platform, we must learn that we have to love human hearts. If you don't love human hearts, you can never write poetry. You cannot love one, you have to love all. The day God will know that you love the mankind, you love each and every one, and the day God will know that you are appreciating the flower in the morning, you are delighted in the sunshine, the day God will find that you are running to wipe out the tears from the eyes of a beggar girl. The moment God will find that your heart cries for mankind, then only you become a poet, or else you can never write great poetry. Thank you.